Hey Astro Kids, and welcome back. This is your August 2020 horoscope for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So, the first thing that we have starting off here is a full moon in Aquarius. This is our first major transit of the month of August, and it is happening on the 3rd of August. And so, this is interesting because we had two Cancer new moons due to this 3-part eclipse season that we just went through. So back on the 5th of June, we had this full moon penumbral lunar eclipse in Sagittarius, which led up to that new moon solar eclipse on the solstice. And then we ended it with a Capricorn full moon lunar eclipse. And so here we are. We're in this new lunar phase now as the moon has entered into Cancer for a second new moon, giving us this second opportunity to enter into what is nurturing, to what is providing, to what truly moves us on a soul level. And especially for those of you here with Taurus rising, you have entered into new social situations. You have come up with new ideas, new thought processes that are positive, that are beneficial to you, that serve you better in your life. And for those of you who have not, this is a place where there is still some major work that needs to be done here. But for those of you here with Taurus rising, many of you are experiencing this full moon that is happening here in your 10th house. And so there's a lot that is changing and expanding in terms of your career, in terms of your status, in terms of your position and your role that you are playing in society. This is a major time of releasing and letting go of the old expectations, the old goals, the old ambitions that no longer sync and connect to this positive new way of thinking, to this thinking that is connected to nurturing, to providing, to connecting deep within your soul. And so as we're shifting into this new month here, the big theme here for many of you here with Taurus rising is starting to let go of the old expectations, the old roles, the old positions that you filled that no longer serve you. This is a change that is happening here. This is a release point with a full moon in Aquarius. And so big changes that are happening here in terms of, for some of you, your job, in terms of your goals, your expectations in life. Many of you have went through many transformations that have happened in terms of your finances, in terms of your goals, your values, your achievements. And so this is a big time of really, for many of you, entering into a new role or position in life to fill. And for some of you, you are letting go of old roles that you have played in the past that no longer serve you. So big release point, big change point as we enter into this full moon in Aquarius. And on the 4th of August, we also have Mercury entering into the sign of Leo. So now we have Mercury entering into your 4th house, where this can be a big time of wanting to communicate your feelings, being more expressive, being more caring in terms of how you are speaking and connecting with others. So this is a big moment of really connecting, really getting your feelings out, really expressing where you are and how you are feeling internally. And for many of you, it is also a big time of really connecting to the people that you care for the most. This is a big time of wanting to reach out and connect and share your ideas with those who truly matter to you, with those who you truly hold dear. And for many of you, with Leo ruling your 4th house, you see your home as your kingdom, right? Many of you are connected to your home. You're connected to your place that is sacred to you. For many of you, you love your home. You love your environment. You love where you are connected to. as this has to do with the comfort and stability of Taurus. And so, with Leo here in your fourth house, it is a big time of really remembering to connect back to your family, remembering to connect back to those who you deeply care for, to connect back to the things that truly matter on an emotional level. This is also a big time where you can go through major searching and digging into the past. And so it is a big time of remembering to leave behind those old thoughts. Once again, we had that experience of that new moon in your third house where it is a big time of not reminiscing, not getting stuck and caught up into these old past stories, into these old feelings that no longer serve you. Also, moving forward here on the 7th of August, we have Venus, which is entering into Cancer, and Venus being here in your third house really is going to light up communication even more so. Right? We already have this Mercury that is in your fourth house, where many of you are wanting to connect back to home, to connect to the people who matter most. Venus entering into your third house here is enhancing that even further, where there is this strong need to connect back to those who you care about. And for many of you who have Taurus rising, you are extremely connected to your family. You're extremely connected to those who you hold dear, with Cancer ruling your third house. And so this is a big time of really thinking about, once again, your thoughts, thinking about the people that you're interacting with, thinking about your connections, making sure that you are doing what is truly of value to you, which is piggybacking off of that Mercury retrograde and that new moon that we saw happening there in your third house previously. Now, moving forward on the 15th of August, we have Uranus stationing retrograde. And we came into this year with Uranus in retrograde. We saw it come out, and now we are entering into Uranus retrograde once again. And so the big theme here with Uranus retrograde has been this breakdown. It has been this breakdown of your reality as you know it. It has been this breakdown of your persona, of your image of who you are. A lot of changes in terms of your personality, a lot of reinventing yourself that's happening, especially as this is Uranus sitting in your first house for you, Taurus. So this has really been the breakdown of who are you and what are you about. This has been a shift, a change in terms of your appearance, in terms of your identity, in terms of your role to play in society, which is also connected to that full moon that is up in your 10th house, where we also saw Saturn previously. So a lot of shifts and changes that are taking place in terms of your role to play, in terms of what it is that you want to do in your life, in terms of how you're presenting yourself to others. A big shift for many of you when it comes to how do you want to display yourself? How do you want to show up in your life? Now, as Uranus stations retrograde, though, it deepens and intensifies this lesson here, where there's going to be many, many shifts and changes that are happening here in terms of the way that you are appearing and coming across to others. Many shifts, many of you wanting to change some of your weaknesses and negativities, wanting to improve upon yourself, wanting to do things differently. Some of you even changing up your actual appearance with Uranus here in your first house. Moving forward on the 18th of August, we have a new moon in Leo. So this is a new moon that is happening up in your 10th house, where once again, this is happening down in your 4th house, where once again this is this shift in terms of what you are connecting to, in terms of what is fulfilling to you in your life. What brings you this joy, this connection, this passion? And so a lot here that has happened and taken place here in your 3rd house, in your 4th house, where we see these major shifts that are taking place. And of course, that North Node that is in your second house, where this is a big time of really focusing in on your values, focusing in on the things that truly matter to you. And so for those of you who are in this space of doing what doesn't serve you, this is a big time to really connect to what does serve you, to release, to let go of the things that no longer serve you. Remember that your South Node, the South Node is in Sagittarius, which is in your 8th house. And so there's a lot that is shifting here in terms of actually transforming, actually letting go of these old wounds, these old attachments, really working through and evolving and transforming in who you are. And so wherever that K2 South Node is, that is where our comfort zone is. And so it is a big time to make sure that you are letting go of these old emotional attachments, this heavy weight that many of you are holding on to in order to move forward, in order to move into what truly serves you, to what truly is of the utmost value to you. Moving forward, on the 22nd, we have the sun entering into Virgo. So now we are shifting seasons where we have the sun sitting here in Leo in your 4th house, where the main focus throughout this time period has been about family, about connection, about the past, about what really matters to you, about what you truly feel connected to. But as the sun moves and shifts into your 5th house, this opens up many opportunities to work on your projects, your jobs, to express your creativity, to take on new talents, to innovate yourself. And so as the sun shifts here on the 22nd, many of you here with Taurus rising are going to feel much more expressive. You're going to feel like there's more that's happening here in terms of being able to grow and expand and do the things that you love. So that was a look at the major transits that are happening here in the month of August. I also pulled some cards for this horoscope as well. And for the August horoscope, I pulled from the Rider Tarot deck as well as the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck. So we're going a little bit old school. We're using our older decks in this horoscope. And the first card that comes up here is the 8 of Pentacles. Many of you have been working hard. You have been putting the effort in, putting the dedication, the work in. And many of you are coming to a point where you need to take a break. You need to connect back to the home. Remember that we have all of this Leo energy going on where this is a big time of making sure that you are still being fulfilled on an emotional level, that you're still having this connection to home, that you're still having this connection to family, and that you are not stressing and worrying and focusing too much on your work and responsibilities. Because remember that we also have this full moon that is happening up in your 10th house. But this is a major release of these old responsibilities, these old expectations, this old pressure that you're putting on yourself. So major time to really start to continue to work, but also to find that time to honor and value yourself, to take care of your needs. Self-care is a big theme here for those of you with Taurus rising. And for those of you with Taurus sun or moon, you may feel as though you resonate with this as well. Next card here is the Ace of Wands. Some new beginnings that are coming in here for you. And remember that that sun is entering into your 5th house, where this is an opportunity to take on new experiences. This is an opportunity to expand yourself, to do more in terms of the role that you want to play, in terms of your job, in terms of your hobbies, in terms of your expectations of what you want to enjoy and experience here. And so new opportunities coming in here for many of you, and opportunities that are really going to help you succeed. Remember, full moon in your 10th house, major event taking place at the beginning of August, where you are moving into the direction of success and joy in your life. A big question here is, are you willing to take on this new opportunity? This is the challenge that you are being faced with. Because for those of you who are willing to take on the opportunity, there is a lot of joy that comes with this. Next card here is the Empress. This is about loving yourself. This is about having a happy, stable life. This is about doing what you love. And so there's a lot of victory, there's a lot of success, there's a lot of joy and happiness at the end of this journey. But the big question that you are being faced with, Taurus, is, are you going to actually take on this journey, this new path, this new experience? So for those of you with Taurus rising, Taurus sun, Taurus moon, big time to take on this new job, this new experience, this new opportunity, this new client, this new activity, this new hobby, this new interest. Big time to enter into this new direction to create this success and happiness for yourself. Next card here is from the Barbieri Zodiac Oracle deck, Aquarius in reverse. So a lot of deep internal transformation that needs to take place. Big time of, if you are thinking that you are going to change your external reality without doing the internal work, if you think that you will receive this success, this happiness, this new experience without doing the work, right, that 8 of Pentacles, then no results come from this. And so this is a big time to focus. Remember that South Node is in your 8th house, where there's a lot of deep inner healing that needs to take place, a lot of transformation, a lot of internal changes. Releasing these old emotional attachments, releasing these old challenges and difficulties from the past, especially as many of you are going to be pondering about the past with this new moon in Leo, with Mercury in Leo, and with the sun even being currently in Leo. So a lot of major focus on, once again, letting go of the past and moving in a new direction, moving towards a new goal, a new focus that better serves you, that you are deeply connected to, that nurtures your soul. Next card here is Libra. So this is about getting your life into balance. This is about doing what you love. And so many of you, you have this opportunity for comfort. You have this opportunity for joy, for success at the end of this. But that comes with doing that internal cleaning. It comes with letting go of the past and really stepping into these new experiences, stepping into this change. Many of you, once again, with Uranus in your 1st house, are going through all of these changes. And even with Pluto, Saturn, and Jupiter sitting back in your 12th house, you're doing all of this deep internal work and change. And so making sure that you are actually sticking to that you're actually doing this deep internal emotional work, is ensuring that you have this beautiful, stable life. Last card here, Earth. So big theme here is really going through the changes, going through the lessons, so that you can have this beautiful, stable life that you want for yourself. And for many of you who have done the work, you are already seeing these results. So beautiful, beautiful message that's coming through here for those of you with Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This is about having a beautiful, stable life that you can enjoy, that you feel deeply connected to, that brings you this true joy in your life. So that was your August 2020 horoscope for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. If you enjoyed this, feel free to leave a like as well as a comment. If you are new to this channel, don't forget to hit the subscribe button as well as the notification bell. I also want to mention that I am currently offering an astrology class that can be found in the private Facebook group, Astrology Class with Daquan Jones, as well as on Udemy and on Patreon. So I will leave those links down in the description. If you have any questions about any of that, you can go ahead and leave a comment or reach out to me directly. Also, feel free to join in on the group Astro Metaphysical Love and Light on Facebook. It is a free group where you can share your spiritual wisdom, motivational advice, or simply just peace and love. So feel free to join that. And I want to thank you all once again so much for joining. I hope you all have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. And I want to thank all of the spirits and guides that came through today to make this message possible. I will see you all in the next video.